Hey, thank you very much for being live with us. So, this is the live session that's basically gonna end all live sessions. And I'm not actually kidding because we want to thank you for being with us for these last 2 days. It's been amazing. Now, we still have a lot of things going on today, but this is already day two. And we're gonna have, I think that right now, there's 5 more streams happening after this one, and we're gonna make some major announcements. We're gonna show you some really great things for the first time, and we're gonna talk about them for the first time. But these have been some amazing 2 days already, and those are just gonna be the crowning achievements of day two. Now, in order to start this other part of day two, here with you, we were super excited to see that so many people joined. Now, I know that we gave away over 300 tickets, but it was super impressive to see that even though the tickets were free, so many people have actually joined our sessions, and they've walked through the different rooms that we have for the event. Some of them left us their comments, some of them left us their happy birthday wishes, and we're very excited that we did this 10 years event and that we're still going. So we've had 260 people joining, so it was really cool, and it really proved. I mean, I think it's more than that. That was this morning, basically in my time zone, when I did the check, and it's pretty cool, and it really shows that it was nice that we managed to accommodate all different time zones, because we have a worldwide audience. We have people from over 90 countries purchasing tools, learning marketing from Squirrly, and getting their businesses to success. And it's really cool that we've managed to do this, because it was a lot of hard work. It was incredible effort and even incredible execution, just making all of this happen. Behind the scenes, there are so many things that are ongoing to prepare so many videos, and then even just the fact that you need to schedule 204 videos, it's an incredible amount of work. But we are now here at this presentation, and I'm really glad to see that there are still people with us, still people going around through the rooms, searching for new content that they can watch. And this is the presentation that I really wanted to give, because it's one of the most important, and it showcases one of the most important things in the latest versions of Squirrly SEO. This is the easiest way to get started with SEO, and this is the easiest way to get started with SEO. Now, especially if you're a beginner, this is gonna be amazing for you. Now, for everybody else, I have lots of different presentations. You should check out the presentation on the complete SEO funnel. You should check out the presentation on automating your SEO. You should check out the presentation I did for using Squirrely SEO on WordPress, on sites that don't have WordPress. And you should check the presentation on setting your SEO into motion. That's also very good for beginners, especially for beginners who don't really want to follow direct advice. So that's a really good. I mean, that presentation is a really good wake up call. And if you don't understand why Google doesn't want to place your pages higher in search rankings, then that video with setting your SEO into motion, it's definitely going to show you why Google doesn't want to place you higher. And it's not because it's an evil Google thing, it's because it really makes sense not to place you higher unless you prove certain aspects. And that presentation goes into what you have to prove to Google so that Google will start ranking all of your pages. And what I'm showing you today is one of the easiest ways to start proving to Google that they should rank you higher, and that in your industry, in your niche, in your category, you are the one that's supposed to get ranked. Now, even as an SEO beginner, because we have Web Dev Kit, you could see Irina presenting the Web Dev Kit on screen for the first time during her presentation on partnerships at Squirrly. So that's like an amazing kit that we've done for agencies and SEO experts, and it's really amazing. It goes into such in-depth stuff that it's basically unbelievable. And we're gonna do more for that. So stick around for the announcements, because WebDevKit is one of those things that are really gonna get tons of updates in the near future. Right, so let's get this show on the road. So let's say that we actually switch to SEO beginner. You can see that switching to SEO beginner was as easy as just clicking that button. Now I've already loaded this stuff before my presentation started. And what you see here on the screen, this is the easiest way to get started with SEO as a beginner. So you set your settings to beginner. Let's say that you've already walked through the one-page setup when you first created your Squirrly SEO account. So you did the one-page setup and you went through those very initial steps. And those initial steps, they're created because if you create those initial steps from the one-page setup, this is something new that came along with Squirrely SEO Picks. But if you complete all those steps, then our private SEO consultant in a plugin, it has all the necessary information it needs to start generating the really great SEO goals that you see here. So everything that you see in this panel in overview is for the next SEO goal. So in case you're wondering where to find them, just click on Squirrely here, or go to overview here, or go to overview here, and you will reach overview next SEO goals. And the great part about this is that you actually have an SEO consultant in your WordPress site. Now this is just how amazing this is. It's a private SEO consultant in your WordPress site. Now if you're curious about SEO consultants and what they do, you should go to Education Cloud Plus, create a free account. It's our Netflix for marketing education, as one of our clients said. It's like a Netflix for marketing education. And you can log in, or you can sign up if you don't have an account. You can sign up for free, or you can log in right now because this is day 2 of our event. And other than offering all of these great presentations inside the 3 rooms in the customer center, we also have free access to everything inside Education Cloud Plus, so to all the courses. And this is the last day in which you can see all the courses without having a premium pass for Education Cloud Plus. So you can go here to all courses, you can choose the format audio, and you will reach this course. So SEO Consultant Evolutions. An SEO consultant can help your site achieve a solid ranking, but there are some things you should take note of first. And in this course, I basically cover key roles and responsibilities for SEO consultants. And I go very much in this entire presentation on what you should know about working with consultants. So the easiest way to get started with SEO, especially if you're a non-SEO expert, is to have somebody consulting you and doing all the heavy lifting, all the work for you. But what I'm not saying is, I'm not saying that you should go and grab yourself a human consultant, because we've built a machine consultant in your plugin inside of WordPress that has basically studied over 600,000 websites. Now the number is way up higher than that, but we don't change the presentation. It's a lot higher than that. This was when we launched it the first time, but it's a lot higher than that now, and we get a lot of data from a lot of amazing sites. And because we know everything about their keywords, their SEO context, we know how optimized they are, we know how well their snippets are made, and we know everything about them, it's very easy for us to understand what makes them successful. And we can see what makes them successful because we use our private cloud services to check their rankings, and then we can match the data up with what we see inside of every single setting that they've made. So we know how changing a thing here influences the overall ranking. And we took all of that amazing knowledge and we placed it here, and you can just start using it. This is the easiest way of getting started with SEO. So the first thing you're going to notice is we have different things for different sites. So this is the site of our partners. This is Chief Content. Now we have Service Cheetah over here. Let me log back in real quick. And you can see that I have different things to do. So it doesn't really offer me the same advice on both sides. So what we're doing here is we're making Squirrely SEO do all of the analysis, all of the amazing checks that otherwise you would have to do, and you would need to be an SEO expert to pull this off. And you're not an SEO expert, you're a non-SEO expert, and Squirrely SEO was built to make non-SEO experts become SEO superstars. So everybody that you know will think that, oh my gosh, this Josh guy, he's amazing at SEO. Like just look at what he does. He gets tons of customers from Google with his SEO thing, with making Google show him up and stuff. And that's what your friends and everybody else is gonna think. And they're gonna think that you're an SEO superstar, but basically you're a non-SEO expert who's using the amazing power given by Squirrly SEO. And you can see that this is not what you get on all of your sites. So on every single site that you will have different next SEO goals. There is a very small chance that they will get repeated from site to site. And once that does, it means that you have a very fixed pattern on how you work on your site and your pages, which doesn't usually happen. And there are so many things that can influence this that basically you would get the same thing from an SEO consultant who's human. So you would still get the same stuff. I mean, if you manage to get in Squirrely SEO the same advice for two sites, then it means that a human consultant would do exactly the same thing. And look, here you can see different stuff. Of course, fixed SEO image does get repeated on these websites because we really don't fix the SEO of the images. And that's why that one keeps showing. And we also show it, we give it a high priority in their system because it's one of those super easy fixes that you do when you start getting ranked higher. So it's one of those like really quick wins that you can do. And talking about quick wins, the really cool thing in Squirrely SEO is it tells you what feature you're gonna use. So here are 3 features. You can click to go to our features page to learn more about them. And you can see that it's up to 10 minutes. So it's very easy to get this task done right now. And if you start doing this thing right now, you will reach higher rankings. So that's why this is impressive, because everything you do here will lead you to higher rankings. Now, if you were to use another plugin or another software, they would make you spend all of your time doing beautiful schemas that nobody actually uses. And trying to do pesky little rich snippets that don't really influence your rankings at all, and they don't bring you to the top 10 in Google search results. And the worst part about that is that basically in most panels that you see on Google, people, when they see those panels, they don't click to go over to the site. Now, if people don't click to go over to your site, you're already losing money, you're losing customers, you're losing everything, and you're just basically increasing the value of Google, while you yourself and your business, you lose everything. Now, if that's what you want to do, then stay away from from this show here that I'm trying to teach you, because that's not how SEO works, and that's just not something that you should do. So you should focus on real SEO work that actually gets you ranked. And now we know through Ranking Vision, we know that the AI system that we built, we know that this stuff gets you ranked higher because we've seen it on and on happening, and we have so much data to prove everything that we are saying. And this is the thing that works, and how we know it is not just about data, it's not just about collections of data, and it's not just because we know that this is basically how human consultants work. Like, just get a human consultant, and the ones that are actually good, they will tell you to take these same kinds of steps. It's not just that. If you look at our successful page, I keep mentioning the successful page on my presentations here at the 10 years of Squirrely event, because the successful page is amazing. And after we've launched the next SEO goals, we couldn't believe the amount of people who were successful and who are coming to us and reporting their success with this tool. And why? Because it makes SEO, it makes hard SEO. This is not easy SEO that you're doing here. This is hard SEO, but you're doing it in such an easy way that it's even gamified, and you feel that it's like a game, and it's very easy to do, and it motivates you to do it, because even the way that we structure the goals, they are structured according to goal setting theory, and we've actually talked to different coaches to help us set this platform up for you. So you will see that some of the language and some of the stuff that we use, it's actually geared towards coaching you to better results. So we want to motivate you, and we want to also coach you. And you can see that a lot of people, they've gone through this process and they were successful. So I really think that that's all you need to know in order to start using this for yourself. And you should come to your own personal conclusion if this worked or not, because this is the easiest way to do SEO. Right, and really cool thing. So it's not just that you see your SEO goals, you will also see your progress and achievements inside of Squirrly SEO. So you do these goals and then you will start seeing results. And this is the best thing ever because you will keep doing goals, you'll keep getting results. The results will motivate you to go out there and do more. And you will work on more SEO goals and you will see that you get more results and more achievements. And then you will know that the system completely does its job and it works. Right, so it's very easy to go and interact with everything that we say here. And you know how much time it's gonna take and what you need to use. You get a very clear goal, very clear things for what you need to do. And of course, these are those pages. If you don't know what the focus pages is, just check out this video. It explains the whole concept behind it. You will see that it maps the way to better rankings, and it's like a navigation system that helps you navigate Google. But even this system, if you're using this, you don't need to know all about this, because this one makes even focus pages. It makes it so easy and so digestible that you don't even need to focus on the focus pages section anymore. You just need to come here and do everything that it said in the next SEO goals, because this is your consultant, and if you listen to this consultant, you will reach results. And if you're having doubts, check out the SEO Consultant Evolutions audio course, and you will learn what an SEO consultant is supposed to do, and then try to see for yourself if Squirrly SEO actually does the things that are mentioned here. Right. And remember, you have free access to that because it's day 2 of our presentation. Now, the other cool thing is, so these are the pages that it opened up when I clicked. Now, the other really cool thing is, for example, in this one, this is very hard to come by as a beginner. So if you're a beginner and you're just starting out with your SEO, you don't really know a lot about bounce rate, you don't know a lot about focus pages, but you do know that you want to improve search performance. So you just stay around, you're wondering, why am I not on Google yet? Are we there yet? That's like a common question, right? Are we there yet? So we want to go to Google. Are we there yet? Why aren't we ranking? Well, if you have huge bounce rate, you will not rank. And in Yoast, you will never find this out because it doesn't tell you this anywhere. It doesn't have a way to process the data in such way that it will be smart enough to show you this, because it's not AI based, it's not based on real algorithms, it's just a plugin for WordPress. It doesn't have any cloud services that are built specifically for the purpose of getting you ranked. And you can click on show me how. So, a high bounce rate generally indicates that your pages aren't relevant to your visitors. And now you know. So you know that you need to fix this because this is one of the main things why you're currently not ranking, and then you learn that this bounce rate thing sounds serious. And since Google is all about serving its users results that are most relevant for them, Google does not want to show pages that have a high bounce rate. Okay, this makes sense. A high bounce rate is common for landing pages, but if you have a page that has long form content and aims to educate or inform visitors, then a high bounce rate is a symptom that something is wrong in your strategy. Either you're not attracting the right visitor, so you should think about this, and you're already, just by looking into this, you're already learning about digital marketing, even without going through all the courses inside of Education Cloud Plus. So you're already learning marketing directly from Squirrly SEO, from the comfort of your own WordPress site. Because I mentioned this as well in the 14 days journey presentation that I have. People who are trying to rank for therapist, that's one of the worst things they can do, because they will attract the wrong kind of visitors to their site if they aim to rank for therapist. Go and check out that presentation if you haven't already. And if they get those people to the site, those people will bounce back, they will click the back button, they will not spend on the site, they will close it. And then Google will see that the content isn't quality content, because if people don't like it, then it's not quality content in the eyes of Google. And there are lots of different aspects, but this is one of the most important of them. And I've had many presentations already on this topic. But the idea is that if you're not attracting the right site visitor, you will lose rankings, because one thing will influence another, and all of a sudden you will see that most of your important metrics go down, and you will not be able to prove to Google that they should place you up, because by having this on your site, you're already proving that you're not worth displaying in the top 10, right? Or it can also mean that the visitors don't have a good user experience. Now, this may be because the design is off. This may be because the formatting is completely off, and we see this on and on again, sadly, on many websites on the internet. There's a horrible user experience. You can't read the text, you can't do anything about it, and you have other websites that have overlapping elements and many things that can make a user decide, I'm not gonna spend my time here. I'm just not. And that's basically about the usability of the site and the readability of the text. And there's more. It can also mean that the content is downright boring, and that's why people are not spending time on it. Because if you have a very long form page and nobody reads it, that means that that page is horrible. So if it's horrible to your audience, why would Google try and place it higher in the rankings and get more eyeballs on that content that's basically horrible? So that's why we say that it's a symptom. And you basically learn a lot about marketing just by doing this. Solution: try reducing your bounce rate by formatting your content better to improve readability. Well, I guess I've already touched on this. Including a video. Yeah, you can include a video because usually videos make people spend more time on your pages, and this will basically improve your traffic health metrics. You can remove annoying pop-ups that disrupt the visitor experience on your site. Sometimes when you have too many pop-ups and they pop up way too soon in the user's journey on your page, they get annoyed and then they either click back or they close your site. And you need to also make sure that the page loads fast. Now, for more strategies and a quick fix plugin, you have the SEO Kit, and it's linked right here for easy access. And you can mark this as done, or you can go and say, let's do this. If you do, let's do this. Then it takes you here to focus pages. And what you can see right now, and you haven't ever seen before, is that our next SEO consultant, it really wants to take care of you. So it really wants to show you the best information possible in the quickest manner possible. And right now, when it takes you to something that you should pay attention to, it already chooses a filter, which is basically a ranking drawback. Now you can see all the pages on Chief Content that have this ranking drawback. So traffic health, if the traffic health is bad, then these pages are gonna get deranked. So maybe at one point they were ranked on top 10. This one was on top 10. This one was on top 10. I know that for certain. And also this one about Cornerstone, this was also in top 10. But because there were problems on the site, people didn't spend any more time on the site. The site is very old. You can see that it hasn't been updated in quite a while. So there are many of these factors that can contribute to lower health. So the guys from Chief Content, mostly the girls actually from Chief Content, they've focused more on making their educational program, and they deliver the educational program via email. And they have different partners that they work with and to grow their email list. And then they deliver that amazing educational program via email. So they don't really spend a lot of time these days. They did spend in the past. This site has been on for many years, but they don't really spend time on making new stuff. So you can see that things like traffic health, they're gonna be bad. So you can see here in the pop-up that you can click on this red element, and when you click on this red element, you see that things appear on the right side of the screen. And here we can see for the Cornerstone content strategy, if the bounce rate is bad. So current bounce rate is 0%, but maybe that's because when it's stuff like 0%, it means that it doesn't have enough sample size. And you can read everything about it. So everything that you do with Squirrly SEO is going to be guided. And the problem is that you see there's no average time on page because there's nobody on the page. So when I said set your SEO into motion, I kept telling you that you need to keep bringing traffic to the page. Now these guys from Chief Content, they have a huge email list. I think it's at least 100,000 people on their email list, and they could have just used their email list to bring traffic. And if they brought traffic to this page, then Google would have thought again that this page is still relevant today. Maybe it was relevant 3 years ago, we don't care about it. It was in top 10 some years ago, but who cares if nobody reaches this page today and we can't get the reading of is this page quality or not. So there you have it. These guys, they just have to bring traffic to the page, and you can see that here. So from all of these things, you can see that there's no unique visitors. And that's the problem with traffic right now. And if you were the one having this site, you would have realized that that's why you're no longer in top 10 in Google search. And you don't have to be an expert to realize this, because everything inside the platform, it explains everything in very clear ways. And you can even get details, or you can refresh the filter, or choose to go for a different problem. So maybe you think that there's a problem with page authority, you can make a filter, and then you can start filtering for that. So if you're choosing backlinks, it now filters for backlinks, and here are the pages that have problems with backlinks. So you can see that many of them have problems with backlinks, and you can refresh the filter so that you can see the entire panel. But as I said, the SEO Consultant, it took you to a very targeted page, to a very targeted area of focus pages, so that you could see exactly what you needed to see. Now even for this page, we can just go, and if we want to see just the one that was massively shared on social media, we can go to details. And if I go to details, I see more about it. So the page started loading faster, at least that happened. There was some page traffic in the past, but you can see that it's horrible now. And these are all the problems with the red, and you can click on everything to learn what you need to do. So just by going to through these things, you're gonna learn so much about SEO, and you're gonna become an SEO superstar in no time. And that's why I said that you don't even need to know how to look inside the focus pages, because you get everything that you need in the right order. Because if you look at focus pages and you see that you need to influence 113 signals, you don't know what to start with. And you don't need to know. That's the beauty of using the Next SEO Goals, because the Next SEO Goals, as any really great consultant, it'll just tell you, focus on this right here, and this will lead you on to bigger rankings. Then focus on this other thing here, and then you'll get to even bigger rankings than before. So just keep following the step-by-step guide, and this guide was made for you. It's different. Even if you have 5 sites, each of your sites will get its own personalized guide, and each of the 5 guides is going to be completely different from one another, so you're not getting the same animal. It's going to be amazing. Just start using it. This is the easiest way to get started with SEO. Thank you very much for watching the presentation today.